Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you from wherever you're watching us from.
Yeah. We are here again with another gist from the social media.
Yes, this is Trending Unfiltered, where we bring you the hottest, latest, and best gist happening all around the world.
Everything trending. In fact, I can't wait to hear what we're about to discuss today. Let me just
It's a hot cake. So let's go straight to the point. Now, we know that Cubana has been trending on the internet for quite a while now, maybe like 2-3 weeks, because, you know, he had his birthday with the theme 50 for 50. That birthday was loud.
Nigerians have money.
Nigerians have money. That birthday was loud. But that's not even the bone of contention today. Now, shortly after his birthday and him still trending, one of his sons came to the internet and jumped on a trend where he was, you know, dancing and saying,
my shoulder day up.
It's a trend, guys.
My shoulder day up. So many people have been doing it. My shoulder day up because my father just sent me money. My shoulder day up because 77K just enter.
So his own was, my shoulder day up because
I be next of kin.
And now, to be very honest with you, right, nobody really knew that the boy that came out to say he's the next of kin was actually adopted. That is public's opinion. It just came to light.
But you know, God, so many things wouldn't have been a case if you can just take your life away from social media. But if you decide to carry your family problem and family conversations to the social media, don't worry, we are here to talk about it. And so now on the social media now, everyone is giving different opinions about these people. It's now really a serious case. And those people that are busy bashing the child, busy bashing the father, have you been to their house and see how they are relating with their own people? Some people have not even eaten from morning to night, but they have an opinion about Cubana, one of the richest men we know in this Nigeria.
It's trending. That's why they're hopping on it, and we are also hopping on it too, right? All right. So now this is people's opinion. Some set of people are saying that the boy is he's adopted. He should know his place, and adopted people shouldn't come out to brag like that. While other people says, why is Cubana acting this way? I'm going to tell you why shortly. Why is Cubana acting this way? That if according to legally, if you adopt a child, the child has every right that your biological children have. Now, because they said this because Cubana, shortly after, Cubana made a funny post, you know, with his other son, which is now his biological son, saying something like correct next of kin.
Eyes on the ball,
next of kin. That's what he tagged the caption as. So now everybody's now saying, did he just segregate his sons?
When people make statement, why are they making the statement like that? They're making it sound like this guy is going through a lot, or Cubana's chief priest is like
he was literally balling. No, he was balling.
Which one is why is Cubana treating the child like this? I heard so many, I even watched something on TVC, they were talking about why the child did not force them to adopt him. So now that they adopt him,
beg, you went to pick him up.
And they start having their own children, they are trying to segregate him, they are trying to match. Calm down now.
Calm down.
It's
not that deep.
Exactly. Prior to this time, I don't even know Cubana chief priests have an adopted child.
True.
This was the first time I was hearing it. So if this child was maltreated or was segregated like people are saying, he will not have the guts.
He won't even be able to make that kind of
video. Is the level of comfortability, the level of space and chance the child has been given that made him come and be following trend and be saying that my shoulder is up because of next of kin. And they're saying that he's just a child, he's just 18, there's nothing wrong with... why does it not? So many people have so many other things they use that trend to do. Why is his own next of kin able? Why is his own?
He should have just said, my father has money or something like that. Just pointing it towards his father, not towards him. Now, a lot of people are now saying that is the boy praying for his father to die. Exactly. Why is he already claiming?
You know, the man just clocked 50 recently, and you're already out. Like the wealth, he knows that I am in wealth. This man has money. And he's my father. And he's my father. So his eyes is already on the wealth. I don't know how to say, but it's already shocking him. It's already shocking him.
But then again,
I'm going to be among this wealth owner when this man leaves. But I don't think.
But then again, let's take it from the angle that this boy is a teenager. Everybody is just saying it was just cruise.
Okay.
It was just cruise.
Yeah, we are not saying that. See, first and foremost, yes, I admit that he's just a teenager and he was just cruising. But so many times we are just cruising. We don't know what we are doing.
True.
And our parents correct us.
Yeah.
So, okay, maybe I might have a problem with the way Cubana Chief Priest corrected him, maybe on social media, because social media never forgets. Now, whether the man came out later, he actually came out later to say that last
everybody
week,
in our next of kin.
everybody in our next of kin. But the truth is, they already made him
with the first post, with the post afterwards.
Yes,
everybody look like, come, know your
already,
place. So.
Yes, they already low, like that. He showed that they hang that time. They already brought the show that down.
A comment from social media, somebody said that even among actual biological siblings, parents do not share wealth equally.
Exactly.
Biological,
do you know what I was
parents
telling you
sometimes
that
have favorites. So parents sometimes have least favorite. Parents cannot admit it publicly, but they do. They check based on your responsibility, whether you can take up tasks before they'll hand things over to you. So I don't think that even the boy should expect that 50-50-50 should happen to everybody.
See, people are just saying the way people talk about people's life when they've not even finished. All those people talking about Cubana Chief is segregating this child, is making him feel not among. Those people cannot even put their nephews and nieces in their next of kin. Go and check their own nest of kin.
That's a valid point.
Go and check their nest of kin.
Very valid.
They only have their children in their nest of kin, but you have the guts
to come and be calling somebody else.
That the person is not emotionally intelligent. The child do not force you to adopt. Now. Yeah, an adopted child. I know it's
even found out.
I know it's harsh.
That we just found out that he's adopted.
An adopted child should know his place. Most times, even in movies, adopted children used to be the one to calm down.
True.
They used to be the most responsible child in the family. It is the biological children that used to misbehave most times. But this one is, the thing is, we just saw this post online and so many people are already making comments just because of what they saw online. You don't know what goes on in this family. You don't know the kind of attitude this child have in the family. You don't know the kind of friends he have. You don't know the kind of people he listens to. Because Nigerian movies, yes, they might be very shallow, sorry to say that, but they teach a lot of lessons. You don't know the kind of things he has been hearing that, boy, guy, you need to shine your eye because you're an adopted child. Maybe no can't forget you. So maybe he's also, forget it that you are calling him teenage. If you listen to the kind of thing my 12 years, 10 years nieces say with their mouth, you will imagine the kind of things they are even thinking
in their head.
So he's probably also trying to mark his own space, that he's a next of kin, like trying to show that he's
kind of like pride.
Kin. Yes, because I kept saying, wannabe rich people now, their wala is more. Their wala is more than the biological child. I cannot remember biological children of these rich people actually coming out to say that I'm a next of kin, I don't have to do anything, I am a next of kin. Most of these rich people, even though we know their parents might be helping them because of their level of exposure to make them more popular, but they don't really come out to come and be like, we already know you're a child of a rich man. You don't need to come out to make us like know all of those things. So I think the guy should calm down. He might be 18, but he should still calm down. Meanwhile, Cubana Chief Priest already came out to say that he's just trying to he's already saying that last all of us now the next of kin. It shows that yes, he belongs, but also you yourself calm down.
Like let's take some comments quickly. So we have the popular Solomon Buchi. Solomon Buchi came online and he said a lot, so we're just going to summarize it. He said, coming online to declare your biological son next of kin because of a cheeky post your adopted son posted is irresponsible. Now that means Solomon Buchi is calling Cubana irresponsible to respond to his adopted child. Obi Cubana could have easily asked him to take the post down.
Wait, I'm sorry for cutting you short. The thing is that statement really a reply, first and foremost?
It wasn't even a reply, you.
I'm not saying
why will you even be replying your son when your son lives with you? Like,
but you know, people know how to make assumptions and make conclusions
on matters.
Somebody will just say something, and in the next minute, another person will say something, and people will just merge it.
It could have been
meanwhile,
really
they were not even talking to each other, and they'll just say that this person is replying this person.
True.
Probably in these people's house, they are just there, even laughing at people making.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, we've had a guest on the show in the office as well, in the studio, where she said that she cooked up something funny. She thought it was funny. Her immediate family thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And she put it on social media, and it ruined her for months because people had different interpretations. So maybe in their house now,
I remember that they were busy bashing her.
And so maybe in their house is a funny thing.
Her husband, I think she was talking about, she was saying something about polygamy. Did you see?
In your house, it could be a funny thing, though.
The level
of
people's
interpretation.
The level of destruction social media does to people because of little cases. Imagine a trending video of a child that might not even know what he's doing, and a simple statement by a father becomes a case. And look at the length of essay writing Buchi did to this man. You will not start making people to regret adopting children.
You know, that's why people don't put their business on the social media. Some people don't even put their children. They don't want you to know anything about their family.
When it comes
because
to
when you do things like this,
you know, especially when you're a celebrity, it's not really easy to keep your things out of the social media. But the way they kept this adoption, he's an adopted child or not an adopted child, from the social media, it was. They do not have the intention to make it known that this child does not belong to us. This thing is not even as serious as
it is. Like, life is not that deep.
And the comments are so bad. The comments are so bad, I beg.
Yeah.
So what's Buchi saying?
So Buchi, let's round up with Buchi's statement. Buchi said, the adoption son said nothing out of line because a week ago, Obi Cubana made a post addressing his sons as next of kin. So this is the angle of Buchi now. Since Cubana said his sons is the next of kin, why can't the adopted boy just say, I'm a next of kin? Other sons too should come and do video and say, I'm a next of kin, right? Since Cubana openly said that him too is a next of kin. So what's there if it's claiming his next of kin on the internet? That's not all, though. Let's wrap it up.
The reply from Cubana Chipis is best known to him. He knows this child more than every other person.
Exactly.
All of you coming out to you don't know what this child is capable of, or you don't know the kind of attitude he has. For him to come outside and be saying,
well, so you guys, let's wrap it up with this. So he said that publicly throwing him under the bus shows lack of total acceptance, meaning that for Cubana to say that his own main son, a biological son, is his next of kin, shows that he did not really totally accept the boy.
He did not totally accept the child. Is the child living in Butchi's house? Is he feeding in his house?
My own is
the child hungry?
We don't know we don't know the circle of adoption. You know the way it happens in Africa.
Oh, Lord.
It could be that, for instance, now I have a father, I have a mother, but because my father and mother might not be financially capable, they take me to my uncle. And so my uncle adopted me from maybe when I was 5, right?
Yes.
And so I grew up with my uncle. My uncle now said, he's my adopted son. He's my son, in fact, because he has been taking care of me. But I have parents. So we don't know the circumstance of the adoption. You don't know what if the boy don't even get any? What if he's just living with them just to grow him up to a certain point, and so that I can go back and take care of his family? We don't know the nature of the adoption.
I know adoption is actually a good thing. In fact, I encourage adoption when you're not able to give birth to children, because I know a woman on TVC is busy saying that the child came before the other children and is like the womb opener, and now that they're having their children, they're trying to segregate him. Come on and adopt. That's why some Africans, you will not blame them, especially in Nigeria here. White people, even if they are capable of giving birth, sometimes they prefer to adopt. Nigerians, adoption comes, it's like a very big decision.
The process is even very long.
For you to want to adopt a child is because probably you're not able to, you're not able to give birth to your own children yet. So that's the position of an adopted child.
The way we've already pictured it in Africa makes it look like they don't have. Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not the same. And this child knows that he's an adopted child. He probably, to me, he should be humble. Because, we are glad we are with our parents. Even if it's you, as an adopted child, you would want to be humble.
Even if I'm living with my relative, that's my aunt, I will still say, Auntie, good morning, do you want me to? What do you want me to?
That's your blood,
my blood, though, my relative.
Your blood,
So I feel like that's the same. But let's wrap it up. What's your final word on this?
I just feel like whatever Cubana Chipis did on social media, is best known to him. They know how to run their family.
Yeah.
They understand themselves best. He knows this child more than anybody on social media that is coming to talk. He doesn't even know how this child is feeding, how this child is clothing, or how this child is being educated. You doesn't even know the plans this family have for the child, and you have the rights. You that you've never adopted a child in your life, even your children, we don't even know how you are bringing them up. People have an opinion about people. You've not even finished sorting out yourself. So people should just take your mouth off their matter, and it's actually not their fault. It's the guy. He's the one that brought himself to limelight and made it known to people that I'm actually an adopted child. You have just stayed somewhere, nobody will even know all of these things, because the reputation of even an adopted child is something else in Africa. So the child should just calm down. And maybe probably if Obi Cubana wants to do any other correction to the child, I bet they should be taking it off social media, because social media never forgets. He might be right or wrong, but one day, somehow, record this, they will still come back. Social media will still pull out this video and they will still come back to talk about it. That especially when the man wants to run his mouth one day, that guy, maybe he becomes a man someday and he wants to run his mouth, they will say, you just an adopted child.
Yeah, so honestly, so my last words, I think my final words would just as Zainab said, is to take your matters off social media as much as possible.
Family issues.
As much as possible. I even feel like you should also even watch, especially when you're a public figure.
Especially
when your children are posting. When you're a public figure, if it's just anybody. If it's just anybody, I say, I'm my father's next of kin. So what? But Obi Cubana has a lot to inherit. So for somebody to come and say that kind of thing, that's why. So just be cautious of what your children are posting online. Be cautious also of what you put out there to the public, because at the end of the day, it's your family that loves you the most. Not these people, not these comments. It's your family.
All those people that on social media that are there supporting this child, they have nothing to contribute to the child's life.
Nothing.
You, wherever you are, the child, you better go and mind your business and stay one place and just focus on your focus.
All right, guys. Focus on your focus is the motivation for the weekend. In fact,
everybody should focus on your focus. Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Mind your business. Focus on your life.
You're
not even eating because of your 500 MB. You just come and be disturbing people online.
Please, Zainab, we are very sorry. We have come to the end. We have come to the end of this channel of Filtered. It was so amazing.
Staying with us. Please share your comment too. Don't just come and watch us and go. Let's hear your opinion.
Maybe you have a different opinion, so
yes.
Yeah. All right. So enjoy the rest of your week. I remain Ojo Favor.
And I am Zainab Ibrahim.
Bye.
Bye-bye.